Hello everyone. So I just wanted to post a video on YouTube to show you guys how I get the maximum insulin recovery out of a CGM insulin pump. The reason for me posting this video was because I noticed every time when I change out the cartridge on the insulin pump, I noticed that you can probably recover about maybe 1.5 milliliters of insulin from the pump. So yeah, let me show you on this video, and I hope you guys enjoy. So before we get started, I just wanted to say that if you're anything like me, I'm a cash pay patient, so the cost of all these medical supplies and insulin are through the roof. So this causes you to look for ways you can to save as much as you can. And I noticed insulin is not very cheap. So if you're feeling a little bit uneasy, my doctor hasn't recommended this or whatever, obviously you can consult with your physician. But I'm just going to show you what we've done in order to save as much insulin as possible. That's my disclaimer, so let's get started. So what I've done so far is I've disconnected the cartridge from the pump, and this is the side that connects into the body. So let me show you how I start breaking it down. I'm going to take my scissors, and then I'm going to make a cut here, and then I'm also going to make a cut over here, and I'll show you how I use the supplies to recover the amount of insulin. Alright, so the syringe that comes with the kit, I've pierced, and as you can see, I've already made the cuts to both of those on the line. So then I just pierce it back here. You'll notice that the plunger is all the way depressed. Take it, flip it upside down, and then you just start drawing some out of it. And you'll notice it's already starting to pull out some insulin there. That's good. That's what you want to see. It'll look not like much, or it'll look like, well, it doesn't really matter, but just go ahead and keep pulling because you want to get the maximum amount out as possible. Now another thing that I do is I also pierce this little cap that I've cut. I also, once again, draw back on the plunger to see if I can get as much out of there as possible. So obviously I am taking as much of the insulin out of this cartridge as possible. So just so I can salvage as much as I can. That should do it. So you'll notice that after doing this process, you almost get about 1/4 ml out of here. So let's continue, and then now we're going to draw out all the insulin from the line. Okay, so I've hooked it up to one end of the line. And then all I'm going to do is just pull back on the plunger. There, until you start seeing some bubbles come out. Now essentially you've pulled out all the insulin in the line. Alright, so after that method, you'll see here that afterwards, come on, let's see if I can get it focused. You're getting about 1/4 ml after doing that method. So when you think about the recovery method, you're actually saving about $20 around there, if you're a cash pay, per this recovery method right here. So with that being said, you do that 3 or 4 times in one bottle, you can save up to $80, which is a pretty substantial amount of saving just by doing this little method. Once again, I don't think that this is something that all doctors or whatever companies would get behind. However, it's what saves me money. So use it at your own discretion. We've been doing this for quite a while, and we have seen no repercussions. So the only thing you would do after this, after you've recovered as much insulin as possible, draw up as much insulin as you can from here. Obviously, how much ever you need or that's desired for your new CGM, and just reload your cartridges as per CGM instructions. So that's pretty much about it. Afterwards, after you've shot all the insulin into your cartridge, there will be just a residual amount up here in this tip. There's a certain method that I like to do to even just get that method back into the insulin bottle so that once again you recover as much insulin as possible, which I can post in another YouTube video if you guys like. Let me know what you think. Like, comment on it. You know, like I said, this is the first of maybe perhaps other videos, but we'll see how this one goes. Thank you everyone, and hope you like it.